Word on the street is that you haven't given anybody nothing. And you became the new Suge.
So man, oh man, Ray J just called Snoop Dogg the brand new Suge Knight. He was talking about Snoop owning and controlling Death Row Records now. Not literally saying they're the same person, but the comments still stirred up a lot of controversy on the hip hop media scene. Well, you're hearing about it now, so I guess it is. Death Row ownership change. In 2022, Snoop Dogg bought the legendary label Death Row Records, the same label that helped launch his career in the early 1990s. Originally, Death Row was ran by Suge Knight, who had a reputation for running the label with a very aggressive and powerful leadership. And his style was all the way in the 90s for the West Coast rap era. When Snoop bought the label, he basically became the new boss of Death Row. And I literally think once that crown was on his head, he felt that power and he could not give the artists what they wanted and what they needed. Because if he did that, then he would make no money.
You know, the shit I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac that took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit. So what's going to be left on Death Row? So he got to make new catalog. And that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying?
But this is what Ray J said. Ray J said during this live stream that since Snoop owns Death Row and controls the brand and the legacy, that technically Snoop is now in the same position Suge Knight once had. So Ray J joked or pointed out that Snoop, the new Suge Knight. In terms of ownership and power at the label, this is why people reacted, man. The comment got attention because Suge Knight is very controversial and he's a very, very, very aggressive person in the hip hop industry. People associate Suge with the wild, dangerous era of Death Row in the 90s. Comparing anyone to Suge can sound heavy, even if it's about business control. Some fans thought Ray J was being funny or making an observation, while others felt the comparison was a little too disrespectful to Snoop. Snoop's vision for Death Row. Since buying the label, Snoop Dogg has seen and said that he wants to rebuild Death Row in a positive way, focusing on new artists, business ventures, protecting the legacy of the West Coast hip hop, which is very different from the reputation the label had during the Suge Knight era. The bottom line, Ray J wasn't saying that Snoop was Suge Knight. He meant Snoop now holds the same power and position in Death Row as Suge Knight, and how we once had. The comments sparked debate because Suge Knight is very controversial. Ray J says Snoop Dogg is the new Suge Knight.
I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I don't want to believe that you turned into the new Suge. I want to believe that you've given everybody what they deserved. And everything that they ever didn't get, you taking over Death Row was supposed to be the one to be the savior to give everybody what they needed.
I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? In a minute, I'ma f you up, cuz, on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a mother right now, so I'ma f you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the f alone. Leave me alone, cuz. I'ma f you up. Leave me alone.
Everybody from our cousin Dash to, Julian, to whoever else is talking shit, right? I don't give a fuck nobody else but that's related to us. I said two that is in our bloodline, and you're a great person. I love you. Can you please tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight? Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them. Everybody from the LBC to Carson to Compton to Los Angeles all the way up to Santa Clarita. But you've been keeping all the money and you're super rich.
What do y'all think? And this is what I think, man. Snoop Dogg is just, he got a taste of that king role, man. He can't make no money if he got to break bread with this artist, break bread with that artist, break bread with this artist. He needs to make money off the label. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. What do y'all think? Is Snoop letting all this power get to his head?